What's poppin', people? It's Dante. Today I'm making a collage in Procreate. Check it out. Just playing around here with Procreate. Starting my morning off with some random, spontaneous collage work. I'd say maybe I'm missing one last thing. What else? What should we include? It's all random. It's all random. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just a bunch of random discarded objects that I find on the street. And maybe it's good to just photograph everything, because then you can reuse the things that you find in collages or other uses. You don't have to just stay strict to making photographs, perhaps. Yeah, maybe just experimenting more and playing with the use of the photograph is interesting. There's something about it. Oh, I made this photo of this car yesterday. This was such a cool car to see pass by. But, yeah, unfortunately, the car, I don't know if it really fits in. Doesn't really fit in with my collage here. I'm just gonna save this. I usually just speed run these collages that I create with no rhyme or reason, as I said, just to sort of, I don't know, just make something. I think making something from nothing is just an interesting notion, right? Just blank canvas, plug and play. So I've been making these test prints using the Canon Selphy CP1500, and essentially you just go in to the Selphy software, find your folder with your photos. I have lots of photos, lots of folders, because I photograph every single day. And yeah, I've been, exploring still with the high contrast black and white, using the Ricoh. Just yesterday, let's actually just print that photo of the car. Yeah, I made this photo of this car. Passed by so quickly. You really have to react fast, right? When you see something, you just gotta click. Like that car went by so quickly. I was crossing the road, I turned around briefly, and then I saw it in that split second. It went by in like a split of the, split second. So yeah, your reaction time is critical. So yeah, I just adjust the composition so that it fits, giving it borders. I like having the white border. I just made this print of this scene I photographed through a reflection. Quite interesting photo. And then what I like to do is make these small thumbnails, so you can fit eight images on one 4x6, and it turns out to be this small. My idea is, so I make these test prints using the big printer, the Pro 1000. And yeah, I really want to take my time with those, so I'm not rushing this process. I've just made some test prints to see. But yeah, essentially I can lay out using this. Hey, this actually goes really, this is same. But this is actually an old city, Jerusalem. Oh, what are the cities that Dante wants to conquer? Jerusalem, Rome, and Philadelphia. But yeah, I can basically lay out on this blank big canvas here the sequence. And yeah, I mean, there you go, a quick test print. It gives you these little borders, you just clip them off. And on the wall here I have this rough sequence of photos. I'm really taking my time. What I love about switching the process up and going to black and white is that I can be completely separate from this work that I've made previously. And really take my time with it, look at it objectively, play with the sequencing, and I fit 4 images on one 4x6 using the same exact setup, and then yeah, it gives me this small thumbnail size that I think is good for looking at the images on the wall. And then I like to print them like these, this is when you have the smallest thumbnail possible with 8 images on one 4x6, and I paste them into My sketchbooks here. Yeah, I think every street photographer, yeah, you should all make sketchbooks, delete your Instagram, and just share your photos like this in person with others when you meet people in the flesh. But yeah, the work prints that you can make with this little printer are quite nice. Here are some examples. This is the color work 4x6. I think they come out beautifully. Great work prints. Just something to play with. Oh, also, it seems to be wise to bring an iPad with you in public. Honestly, it just promotes more creativity. So I've been carrying around my iPad in this little tote bag and bringing it for the ride. Oh, and this is the paper. You get 108 sheets plus ink, 4x6. Order on Amazon. The Instax Mini Evo, Mini Instax paper. Why Mini? It's just more compact. I think smaller is better. And this seems to be the most compact Instax camera. It's a digital hybrid, so you have an LCD on the back. You can turn it on. It's kind of fun. There's all these different filters and things you can play with, and you can even stream it directly from your phone. And or you can take photos from your phone and print them out onto the device as well using Bluetooth. But essentially, when you make a photo that you'd like to print, you pull the lever, print comes out. And I think that the greatest gift is the gift of photography. So one of my sort of approaches with making photos has always been to travel, go to new places, and then when I arrive, I make Instax photos of people and things, and I wind up giving the prints to others, allowing access and sort of just being open and interested in others and sharing the gift of photography. Yeah, I don't know, you'd be surprised at the adventures it'll take you on. So it's quite an important part of my process. And yeah, I mean, really, like, when it comes down to it, like, if there's anything that you see, right, and there's any person that you meet that you deem interesting, or somebody that you would like to photograph, or there's some scene that's unfolding that you want to photograph, but you really need to ask for permission, why not just carry this around with you? I like having big pockets. I can literally fit this in my pocket, or you can fit it around your neck, underneath your shirt, or just carry it openly, or put it in a bag or something. But this one is so compact that it's just so easy to carry around with me, so that there's really no excuse not to bring it when I'm really serious about photographing anywhere. And yeah, I mean, that's been like a big part of my process throughout all of my travels. It's opened up multiple, sort of adventures for me, you could say. And yeah, I think it's just an invaluable thing that I'd like to share. And so, yeah, with that, you can see here I have this contact sheets. You can download this on my website blog. Just go to the Start Here page, or just search Dante Sissifo contact sheets. It's free to download. You can see me beatboxing in a Palestinian little, what are these called? LAN parties. They were playing Counter-Strike. This is more of like an informative guide behind the scenes on how I acquired these photographs. However, you can see the behind the scenes before I made the image on the screen there. So yeah, I think everyone should make their own contact sheets. It helps you visualize things. It helps you see how you view the world. You can really get to know what triggered your eye at the time. And yeah, I think, yeah, even look, I have the Instax pictures I scanned in just using my phone. I took photos with my phone and then applied a drop shadow. Using the Pages application on my computer here. I just used Pages and made this ebook, and it's just a nice, easy PDF that I now have stored on the iPad. Another thing I found recently is, so I'm going to be reading this book by Friedrich Nietzsche, and I have the physical copy, but I decided to download it digitally as well, because why not? And the website is Gutenberg.org. You can search any book, download them for free, And at 5:30 a.m., there's already chaos in the streets. Jeez. Good morning. So, yeah, downloading books to read for free. Collaging. I guess the other thing is the ZenBrush app I like using now. This is such a great thing. I don't know what it is. It's like the hand of the artist, the sort of just spontaneous nature of putting your mark down. I think it's fun to just doodle like this, and then if you have a thought that you would like to share and you publish to your blog, yeah, these little drawings and illustrations I think are cool and can be used to illustrate your blog posts. So there we have the collage I made just this morning. We got a fish selfie, some random woman on the top right, some textures, bricks, and the Masonic Temple window. What does it mean? I don't really know, nor do I care. What is the Dada art movement?
The Dada art movement was a European avant-garde art movement in the early 20th century, starting around 1916 during World War I. It originated in Zurich, Switzerland, as a reaction against the horrors and folly of the war. Dada artists aimed to challenge traditional notions of art and society, using absurdity, irony, and unconventional materials and methods to create their works. Dadaism wasn't confined to visual arts alone. It also included poetry, literature, theater, and graphic design. The movement spread to other cities, including Berlin, Cologne, Paris, and New York, each developing its own distinct flavor of Dada. Key characteristics of Dada art include its mockery of materialistic and nationalistic attitudes, its embrace of chaos and irrationality, and its use of random methods to produce art, like collage, photomontage, and ready-made objects.
Explain to me more about the collage and photomontage.
Certainly. Collage and photomontage are two artistic techniques that became prominent with the Dada movement, allowing artists to create new compositions by assembling various elements. Collage. This technique involves creating art by assembling different materials onto a single surface. Artists use items like pieces of paper, photographs, fabric, and other objects, gluing them to a backing. The process allows for a lot of creativity and can include anything from newspaper clippings and magazine images to ribbons, buttons, or any found objects. Photomontage. Similar to collage but specifically focused on photographs, photomontage involves combining several photographs or parts of photographs to create a new image. Photomontage allows artists to blend reality with imagination, creating images that can be fantastical, surreal, or critical in nature. It's a powerful technique for conveying messages, especially in political or social commentary, by juxtaposing incongruent elements to challenge viewers' perceptions. Both techniques were revolutionary at the time, allowing artists to comment on society, politics, and the nature of art itself. They remain popular in contemporary art for their flexibility and the unique way they can convey complex ideas through visual means.
ChatGPT 4, useful tool. I like using it. All right, fitness is fun. Okay, so what is the best color book to learn from? The Suffering of Light, Alex Webb, kind of a no-brainer. And then, who is the best painter? Caravaggio. Biblical, chiaroscuro, high contrast. You gotta like the use of light. And the stories, David and Goliath. And the best educational book for photography, definitely this Magnum contact sheets. But yeah, make your own contact sheets as well, you know. But yeah, this one is good. And then Black and white. My personal favorite, anything from Kudelka, I'd say. And then my personal favorite is the book here, The Mennonites by Larry Towell. This book is freaking awesome. I love the use of the Bible paper for the copy. And let me just look at that. The work kind of just speaks for itself, honestly. But yeah, I'd say this is my favorite black and white work. Really just puts you in this other world that you otherwise would never have the opportunity of viewing. It's quite an incredible body of work. And so yeah, I think photo books are good. Even just like the ebook seems like a good idea. Make our own ebooks. Photo collaging, remixing images, Procreate, iPad, Instax, some work prints, sequencing, sketchbooks. Oh, and espresso. And tap water, I guess. The Philly tap. And free range eggs. Happy Egg. This is the best egg ever. Happy Egg, Small Family Farms. Look at that egg. Look at that egg, man. These are good eggs. And I also just love the name Happy Egg. Yeah, these seem to be freaking good, man. You got some amber colored yolks in there. Oh, and then what's the best food? Meat? I'd say the lamb leg from Costco, because you can just throw it in a slow cooker, come home, and it's already ready for you. And then this is the beef loin, New York's shabu shabu. It's kind of what they have at those Korean hot pot places, but yeah, I think if you just get like a big cast iron, like this is like the biggest cast iron pan, you can just throw the whole thing on there and just cook it really quickly and sear it. That's what I like to do. And yeah, mustard is good, because if you actually look at the ingredients of mustard, it only contains organic vinegar, water, mustard seeds, salt, and like turmeric and whatever. And it's just nice that there's not so many ingredients, you know. Other sauces and stuff, like even ketchup has high fructose corn syrup, and I believe sugar and other things in these barbecue sauces and shit. But yeah, it's kind of cool because I can just hang from my little like home gyms of the future. Yeah, I can just like hang from the pull bar, look at the photos, think about it. But yeah, I'm taking my time with this body of work, honestly. I don't want to do anything rushed. But it's nice to experiment and move on, I think is another good idea. It takes a lot of time to make strong photos. Perhaps strong photographers make strong photos. Instead of good or bad, is it strong or weak? Maybe is a better idea. But you really have to focus all of your attention on photography in order to do this thing, I think, seriously. It's kind of a big time commitment. I'd say after 3 years of photographing, since like 2013 to 2016, it took me like 3 years of making shitty photos until I finally made one that was good. And then from there, I sort of just snowballed into making better work, and over time acquired a 7-year sort of body of work that I'm proud of. And Yeah, I'd say it's really a matter of time. It took me 3 years, honestly, of experimenting um, since high school with photography to improve, and then I don't know, from there I guess just run with it. But yeah, I felt the need to change up the process. I'm really grateful to do so. I think it's a good idea. One of the biggest reasons I switched my process too was the whole process of making photos became tedious, honestly. Like for instance, my Fujifilm X Pro 3, it broke down on me 2 times. Everything had to be replaced, all the internals, everything. The LCD, I had to send it back 2 times in like a year and a half. And I mean, that really pissed me off. Thankfully I had my X Pro 2 as a backup, but I'd say that camera gear, even like raw files in Lightroom, and like having to do this like slow process, and just felt like archaic at a point. And you know, I mean, after experimenting those first 3 years of photographing, of using film as well, you know, I made some photos in black and white that I liked, but I realized really quickly, I was like, yeah, let me not fuck around with film, because this would, like, that was even too slow for me. And now I think I'm all about like speed and longevity, and the combination of those two things. And like the process I'm doing now with small JPEGs and the iPad and everything, it's just like, honestly, it's just a no-brainer. It's like, it's just like the easiest way to just make photos. That's what I'm looking for, the simplest solution possible to just sustain myself over, you know, my entire lifetime, where I want to die with the camera in my hand taking the goddamn pictures. And yeah, I'm not gonna lug around a camera. I'd rather just have it in my pocket. Ricoh is the only camera, I guess it seems, that is capable of producing a good photo out of the camera. And just like the full package of it, it's just so easy to use. Point and shoot, man. And the GR2 is the first camera that I actually wound up making my first successful photos from. Check it out. We are the new Spartans. But yeah, this is the camera. When I first picked this up, like, it's funny, right? Like, this was my first camera, the Nikon FM, and then I started using this, and I just instantly started making good photos. It's crazy. I make good photos with this one, the M3, and I like using black and white. Preferred the 35mm Sumaran. This one was, yeah, that one was good. I used that in tandem at the same time when I used this, so I was more seasoned. But yeah, the GR2, when I first got that digital camera, I was like, yep, figured it out. Just put it in fucking P mode. It's literally, it's funny. Best shoes, Vibram ELX knit version. Knit version is better than the original, I've decided. These are the new ones. Liquid chalk. It's just not as messy. If you have an indoor gym like this, it's better. Nuobel. Really fancy. Up to 80 pounds. I mean, I think they're great. Oh, it actually matches my clothes today, black and green. Yeah, I like black and green. I think it's a good color combination. I think with fitness, it's like just keep it as simple as possible. I just do some stretching, farmer's walk, pull-ups, push-ups, whatever. Like, honestly, I think wearing these barefoot shoes and going for long walks is a really good leg workout. Like, my calves have become so much stronger, it seems, and just able to walk longer barefoot all day. Just like constantly stand and just be in a state of movement throughout the day and just not sit down. But yeah, in the gym, just keep it as simple as possible, man. Been doing these combinations with like just hanging from the bar, doing pull-ups and sort of like toe to bar L-sits and stuff for the core exercises. But yeah, man, it's really not that serious. I think fitness should be simple and fun. What does Dante look like? Hey, where's my kendama? I think I left it in my backpack when I was in transit. Monday morning. Open that window. I sleep with the window open. I think sleeping with the window open's nice. Keep it cool. Not fully open, but just a little bit. It's nice. So, kendama. What is the etymology and meaning of kendama?
The word kendama is of Japanese origin, derived from combining two words ken meaning sword, and tama, meaning ball. The full term essentially refers to the sword and ball, which aptly describes the main components of the kendama toy. The kendama itself is a traditional Japanese skill toy that consists of a handle, ken, a pair of cups, and a ball, tama, that is connected to the handle by a string. Players perform various tricks by catching the ball in one of the cups or on the spike of the handle, often involving complex sequences and hand-eye coordination. The toy has a rich history in Japan and has gained international popularity, evolving into a modern skill sport with a dedicated community and competitive events.
I'm not going to any competitive events anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. But what I can tell you is I relate the use of the kendama to the use of my Ricoh GR. And I believe, genuinely, that the use of the kendama is enhancing my camera operation skills, where when I use the Ricoh on a wrist strap, literally like 75% of the photos I'm making, I'm not looking at the LCD screen. I'm merely just hip firing, reacting, sort of just one with the camera. And there's something to be said about hand-eye coordination, photography, and yeah, I like the use of the kendama as a sword. As you heard the etymology. Yeah, using ChatGPT for studying etymology is a good idea. But yeah, wield the camera as a sword, strike through the heart of chaos, reveal the soul of the street, and create visual order and harmony out of the spontaneity of everyday life. Yeah, every photographer should try kendama. Kendama meditation, baby. Do 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 do. Good morning. Hello. Ugh. Open this up. The Hello Epic Whitening Fluoride-Free Toothpaste. What is fluoride? Do I need it? I'm drinking tap water, so I should be good. Flex on. The Hello Flex